Friends, hello. Father Frank Pavone here, Director of Priests for Life, bringing you my daily diary segment, this time for Tuesday, April 19th through Sunday, April 24th. So on Tuesday the 19th, I got picked up for the airport at 3:40 a.m. because I had a very early flight. In the car on the way to the Orlando airport, I did work on my laptop, communicating via email to various staff, preparing for the release of Janet Morana's new book about abortion and teens, and you'll be hearing more about that if you haven't already. Got to the airport, checked in, did more work on my laptop waiting for the plane, did more work likewise on the plane on the way to Flint, Michigan, and had a stopover in Charlotte and to transfer planes. Got there and was picked up by Bob, who took me first to visit some Priests for Life supporters there in the area, made a home visit and gave a blessing, and then blessed his house. We had lunch together and prepared for the events of these 2 days in Saginaw, Michigan. Arrived at the hotel room, checked in with the staff, did some phone calls, did some Zoom calls, did some emails, and then met Bob in the lobby, drove over to the event location and had a beautiful gathering of several hundred pro-life people, a very Catholic audience. We said the rosary and then we had a dinner together and I gave a talk. Also there was Dr. Monica Miller, who many of you know. She's a pro-life leader as well. She gave a talk too. A great evening. We had a good number of priests there, met with a lot of people, gave them individual greetings, blessings, and encouragement. There were exhibit tables from different pro-life groups, including our friends at Right to Life of Michigan. And after greeting everyone there and being the last one out of the hall at night, we went back to the hotel and I got a good night's sleep. Wednesday, the 20th of April. Got up early to check out from the hotel and went over to the abortion facility in Saginaw. So Bob drove me there. Nice group of people there, almost 100, and we live streamed our prayer vigil there. Lasted about an hour. There was another priest there too. And we prayed and sang and interceded for the babies that were being killed there, the moms and dads that were going there in despair, not in freedom, in despair. And gave out some pro-life materials to the good activists that were gathered there. So that was our prayer vigil at the Saginaw Abortion Mill. From there, I was taken directly to the airport, had to hop back on a plane and get to Atlanta. Did work in the airport, connecting in with my staff in the usual way. Did various emails. Let's see, some of the things I had to do via email and phone calls with my staff had to do with midterm election plans, mass intentions, arranging for masses that people have asked me to remember their intentions, preparing for a trip to Ave Maria University, preparing for a trip to Mar-a-Lago, where President Trump will be. I'll be going there next week. Preparing communications with our abortion recovery coalition, of which we are a part, and preparing for the upcoming pastoral team meeting. So those were some of the things on my mind and in my activities on Wednesday the 20th. Thursday the 21st, well, that night then, of course, I landed in Atlanta, settled into the hotel, went to bed, networked with a number of people that were arriving for a meeting of the America First Policy Institute. This is a policy institute consisting largely of people who worked in the Trump administration and other Republican presidential administrations and are working hard to this day for America First policies, including pro-life. So this is why I was invited to that conference. So I settled in and got to bed. Then on Thursday, the 21st, up early, networking with some of the people arriving for the conference, did a show on the radio with Teresa Tomeo at 8:15, hooked in with my staff after that, and then did work at my desk at 10 o'clock, had a Zoom meeting in regard to Janet's new book on abortion in teens. We had a number of our team present in the meeting to talk about proper promotion and distribution of the book. Then I took part in the a number of other phone calls that I had, and then the opening luncheon of the AFPI summit meeting and interacted with a lot of people that were there. I did that for a couple of hours, went to one of the opening workshops, went back to my room to do some more work, had a phone call with Abby Johnson, and then went back to the conference, various other workshops, attending and listening to some very good presentations. We're talking about things like the deep state, draining the swamp, and stuff like that. Then I had to go back to my room in the evening for a Zoom seminar about the election. This is one of our training seminars at 7:30 p.m. for volunteers across the country who want to do something to make a difference in the election. So we had our election team on the call and guided the people through things of that nature. Likewise, working on emails regarding web work for our ministry, upcoming pro-life t-shirt day that we're preparing for, plans for the upcoming pastoral team meeting that I had to take care of, and plans for the upcoming rally of President Trump to take place on Saturday. Then that was the day on Thursday. Friday morning, I was one of the key participants in the prayer breakfast for the America First Policy Institute Summit. Prayer, of course, for life, for the protection of life. And so I went down to get ready for that prayer breakfast and helped to lead the prayers. Then continued attending the various workshops, including one that I helped to make a presentation for, namely Defending American Values. My associate, Evangelist Alveda King, was present as well at this event. And so I interacted with her, caught up with her, attended some of the other workshops, including very important presentations about election integrity and other key topics. Right through the evening, the seminars and the workshops and the discussions and the networking lasted right through a very special dinner, very inspiring dinner, and great speakers there. We also just had tremendous, as I say, tremendous networking, catching up with friends, making new friends as well. Had to do some emails back and forth during the day, too, in regard to the Abortion Recovery Awareness Month, April. We're doing lots of seminars, broadcasts, emails, articles, social media posts, and I had to interact with my staff to make sure all that is on track. Then on Saturday, the 23rd, got a ride at 4:30 a.m. back to the airport to get back home to Orlando. And had to do emails in the car and in the airport and on the plane, working on my laptop and interacting again with my team and with other pro-life leaders. We're getting ready for a broadcast about celebrities and abortion. That was some of the things I was working on. Then I got back here to my office in late morning. I had to do a lot of unpacking and paperwork after these trips is very important because you take notes during the trip on certain key conversations, key connections, follow-up that has to be done with different leaders I was interacting with. And so I brought that all back and worked on it from my desk. And right well into the afternoon, I went over to one of my favorite seafood places to pick up some dinner, but kept working after that, and then tuned into President Trump's rally. President Trump had a tremendous rally in the evening, and I watched every moment of it and tweeted out, of course, to my social media followers to tune into it as well. So that was Saturday night. Sunday, got up. It was Divine Mercy Sunday. It's time in prayer and rejoicing, as I do every Lord's Day, some extra time of reflection and rest. But had to work on my monthly regulars, as we call them, this time of the month. I'm doing the final detailed preparation for the following month. That is something that takes a few hours of work. And then worked on some articles regarding the abusive treatment that we've received from certain bishops. We're going to expose their lies and unfortunate behavior towards us because we have to defend ourselves, defend our reputation. Then then I had the Mass, did the broadcast Mass for Divine Mercy Sunday. Back to my desk, had to get an article over to lifenews.com and prepare for some upcoming broadcasts in regard to the Dobbs case. Very imminent, going to come out very soon from the Supreme Court. Preparing for the next meeting of the 115 Forum of the Pro-Life Leaders, preparing for the next meeting of our pastoral team, and working on some media promotion for the pregnancy center. So these were some of the tasks in between Sunday prayer and rest and connecting with some people by phone. And then towards the evening, went over to Merritt Island and met up with our executive director. We had a business meeting out there as well, and that was then I got back to my office and finished the day with some quiet work at my desk. So those were the days from April 19th through the 24th. I hope your days were good as well. We want to be transparent about exactly what we do, when we do it, how we do it, and how we are working to advance the kingdom of God and the protection of the unborn. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.